the way, you didn't vote. Did you sell your vote to the person doing that? No. All right. So what would you say is that?
I think that the circumstances were different, and that there was some thinking, and there is no draft today. And I think that the volunteers for the Army today have a more profound sense of patriotism that is of an individual choice than those who were forced into the military and
Somehow less coerced.
less forced.
Even though there is still inequality in American society, even though, as Emily points out, the makeup of the American military is not reflective of the population. So let's just do an experiment here. How many here have either served in the military or have a family member who has served in the military? In this generation, not friends, family members, in this generation. And how many have neither served nor have any brothers or sisters who have served? Does that bear out your point, Emily? All right, now we need to hear from, most of you defended the idea of the all-volunteer military, overwhelmingly. And yet, overwhelmingly, people consider the Civil War system unjust. Sam and Raoul articulated reasons for objecting to the Civil War system. It took place against the background of inequality, and therefore the choices people made to buy their way into military service were not truly free, but at least partly coerced. Then, Emily extends that argument in the form of a challenge. All right, everyone here who voted in favor of the all-volunteer should be able to explain, well, what's the difference in these cases? Doesn't the all-volunteer army simply universalize the feature that almost everyone found objectionable in the Civil War bias provision? Did I state the challenge fairly, Emily? Okay. So we need to hear from a defender of the all-volunteer military who can address Emily's challenge. Who can do that? Go ahead.
The difference between the Civil War system and the all-volunteer army system is that in the Civil War, you're being hired not by the government but by individuals. And as a result, different people who get hired by different individuals get paid different amounts. In the case of the all-volunteer army, everyone who gets hired is hired by the government and gets paid the same. It's precisely the universalization of essentially paying your service, you're paying your way to the army that makes the all-volunteer army just.
I guess I frame the principle slightly differently. On the all-volunteer army, it's possible for somebody to just, step aside and not really think about, the war at all. It's possible to say, well, I don't need the money. I don't need to, I don't need to, feel obligated to take my part and defend my country. With a coercive system, with an explicit draft, then, there's a threat at least that every individual will have to make some sort of decision, regarding military conscription and, perhaps in some ways more equitable. It's true that, Andrew said maybe might not serve in any case, but in one, he can completely step aside from it, and the other doesn't level of responsibility.
While you're there, Emily, so what system do you favor? Conscription?
It would be hard for us to say, but I think so, because it makes the whole country feel a sense of responsibility for the conflict instead of having a war that's maybe ideologically supported by a few, but only if there's no real responsibility.
Good. Go ahead.
So I'm just going to say that the fundamental difference between the all-volunteer army and then the army in the Civil War is that in the all-volunteer army, if you want to volunteer, that comes first, and then the pay comes after. Whereas in the Civil War system, the people who are accepting the pay aren't necessarily doing it because they want to, they're just doing it for the money.
What motivation beyond the pay do you think is operating in the case of the all-volunteer army?
ออกค่ะ